Constantino,
¿Qué huele?
pound for pound.
Little Giant Boxing.
Eddie, real quick, I want to get your thoughts on Age's performance. What did you think about his performance again?
There's a lot that I liked in the performance. I mean, everybody always wants him to be more aggressive, and I think he needed to be as well, but I liked his defence, I like his footwork, working on a lot of stuff with Derek James. I think Franklin threw like 300 odd punches and landed 60 or something like that. So I thought, like I said, his defence was great, his footwork was good. Want him to be a little bit more aggressive in there and use his size, but all in all, a good performance to work off to go into another fight probably in July, to work with Derek James again and then get ready for a big fight later in the year.
Which fight if you could choose, Wilder or Fury?
Yeah, I mean, Wilder and Fury are the two mega
just
fights.
choose one,
Fury, always, because he's a Brit and he holds a world championship as well. So that's a fight that we want to work towards. At the same time, I still want him to be ready for those kind of fights and try and win those fights. And to do that, he's had 3 trainers in 3 fights. I think it'd be good for him to have another fight under Derek James and try and be ready for that big fight later in the year.
Do you like that move, him training in the US? Or?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Derek James is a great trainer, and I like the one voice. I think that's important, something that's been lacking, and he can take himself away from the madness in the UK and train hard with Derek James in Texas.
All right, and switching topics, Benavidez, what'd you make of his performance?
Good performance, good fighter, good fighter, There's only one Mexican monster, and that's Saul Canelo Alvarez, who knocked out Caleb Plant. But that's a big fight, Canelo against Benavidez. And after he's taken care of his immediate business, which is John Ryder and Dimitri Bivol, I think the Benavidez fight's a definite fight for 2024. I think Saul's still got lots of fights left in his career. Benavidez is getting better. Hopefully he keeps winning, and I think you'll see that fight.
It's no surprise, obviously, Canelo's the A side. Would Benavidez have to cross the street over here to the zone? Or how
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
because Stephen Espinosa just said yesterday or today that he's going to make a huge offer to Canelo for the fight against Benavidez on Showtime, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm sure he can do that. I mean, Canelo's made it pretty clear where he likes to box. He's got a plan to fight John Ryder and Dimitri Bivol. I believe Benavidez has signed a contract with PBC to fight Morrell and Charlo. But, I don't call the shots in terms of who Saul fights. That's him and Eddie. They've just told me the only fight we're interested right now after John Ryder is Dimitri Bivol, because I have to revenge that defeat, and that's 100% the only focus for Saul. But after that, who knows?
Do you think he gives Canelo a fight based on his performance against Plant?
Yeah, he's a good fighter. I don't think he's... Look, put it this way. If Saul fights Dimitri Bivol, Saul goes into that fight as an underdog in the betting, right?
Definitely.
If he fights Benavidez, he goes into that fight as a favourite. Okay, so the good thing is that no one can say, oh, he's ducking him, he's taking a tougher fight, but it's a personal fight to him because he lost and he hates losing. So the Benavidez fight is going to get better and better and bigger, and I know with Sal always likes things attached to fights, even if it's a mandatory fight or it's another weight class, world championship. Benavidez is a voluntary challenger, so Sal has to just literally give him a shot. But if a fight becomes big enough and people want to see it, he's always done that. And he fears no one. No one. You can see that by even rematching Dimitri Bivol. I think he's crazy.
Yeah.
But, it's he loves a challenge, and obviously that's in his mind.
And I'm sure you heard the news that Big Charlo called out Canelo saying he wants to fight him in Mexico.
I mean,
but he hasn't fought.
When did he last fight?
I think it's over a year and a half.
Crazy. Now these guys, I don't. You never know what's going on with people's life, so it's hard to criticise, but it's crazy how inactive these guys are. I mean, honestly, Charlo's not even... I couldn't even tell you that if I went to Sal and Eddie and we sat down and had an hour conversation about the future, I can't even tell you Charlo would be in that conversation because I don't even think anyone remembers he fights.
Yeah.
So I want to see him back in the ring. Do what Benavidez... Benavidez has gone out. He's always been calling for those big fights. He's fought Caleb Plant. Keep going. He's going to get bigger and bigger. That fight's going to get bigger and bigger. Great. But then you got Charlo like that. It's just there's no momentum for that fight.
Speaking of Charlo, Charlo said he wants the Canelo fight also in the near future.
Yeah, but he's got to fight Tim Tszyu.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he busted his hand? They're talking about not fighting until September. I mean, again, those guys are so inactive. Through their inactiveness, they become irrelevant. And they're two great fighters. Get back in the ring, make some noise, and we can make all those fights.
And lastly, Tank versus Ryan. Did you get a chance to see Tank Davis work out yesterday?
Yeah, he's a great fighter. I think he's the favourite in the fight.
Switching?
I'm a little bit. I'm going for Ryan Garcia by knockout, and I still think Tank's the favourite, and he's one of my favourite fighters.
Right.
He's got a sneaky feeling that Ryan Garcia might win this fight. I can't wait. It's a great fight.
Does he shake the world a little bit if he
yeah.
knocks out Tank?
Yeah, it becomes a huge star. I mean, he's a huge star already. But good luck to him, and well done to both for taking that fight.
All right, lastly, Eddie Hearn, anything you want to get off your chest or let the people know?
No, all good, mate. All chill. Just watch on Saturday night. Honestly, I think this card in San Antonio, fantastic card. Jesse Rodriguez looking to become a 2-division world champion. Akhmadaliev against Tapales for the unified world title. Ray Ford against Magdaleno. Matisse against Cesna. From top to bottom, even the before the bell stuff. Honestly, brilliant card. And I think, although Jesse's a star, obviously, but although there aren't any massive names, trust me, tune into DAZN and watch this. It will be a brilliant card from top to bottom.
From start to finish, right?
Yep.
Right,
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.